Dan Ashworth to take Newcastle to arbitration in bid to force through Man United move. Newcastle sporting director Dan Ashworth is aiming to get his move to Manchester United sealed sooner rather than later as he prepares to take the Magpies to arbitration. Dan Ashworth is preparing to take Newcastle to arbitration in a bid to force through his move to Manchester United. The 53-year-old was placed on gardening leave by the Magpies back in February amid interest from Old Trafford. He soon told those above him in the Newcastle hierarchy he was keen on exploring the opportunity presented by the Red Devils. As per The Athletic, Ashworth was quick to notify his current employers about the approach from United. The sticking point in the deal between the two parties is believed to be because those running the show at Old Trafford aren't willing to meet Newcastle's eye-watering £20 million compensation request. As a result, the situation will now be resolved by a third party. The case is expected to start next month and could last for multiple weeks. The decision to try and bring Ashworth to the red half of Manchester is thought to have been taken by United's new co-owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe, who is trying to complete quite the overhaul at boardroom level. Southampton's Jason Wilcox has already joined as United's new technical director, while former Manchester City chief Omar Barada will take the reins as Red Devils CEO. Ratcliffe has publicly expressed his admiration for Ashworth as recently as 2 months ago. "I think Dan Ashworth is clearly one of the top sporting directors in the world, I've no doubt," the INEOS founder said in February. "He's a very capable person. He's interested in the Manchester United job because it's probably the biggest sporting director job in the world just now, with the biggest challenge. We've obviously had words with Newcastle. They would clearly be disappointed to lose Dan. But what I do think is completely absurd is suggesting a man who is really good at his job sits in his garden for 1.5 years. That's completely stupid." Ashworth would work closely with Wilcox, as the current Newcastle man is expected to oversee football performance, recruitment and operations. United's interest is understandable, with Ashworth boasting an impressive CV that also includes stints with the Brighton and the FA. Newcastle's search to find his successor has already started, with the Daily Mail touting Crystal Palace chief Dougie Freedman as a potential option. Ratcliffe's focus is firmly on implementing Ashworth as soon as possible to kickstart his United revolution.